Yes, I did move this. Hi everyone. I chose AHA Slides out of the list we got from this week's module. It looked like the most creative, fun, and actually useful tool that I would personally use out of all of them, actually. It was created in 2019, 4 years ago, by a guy named David. He came up with the idea while he was falling asleep in a meeting in Australia. He made a promise to himself that he would make a magical presentation tool to help so no one would fall asleep in a meeting again. It's also a fun tool that all careers can use, not just the education department, which is helpful in the long run. Sorry about that. So, what the program is an easy to use cloud-based presentation platform. It excites and engages your audience with interactive conversation that has no downloads or setups. And it could be accessed just by a simple QR code. Another thing about the program is that you can see the questions the audience has while you're presenting, which would make it easier to answer them. And at the very end of the presentation, there is a thing where it shows you the level of engagement the audience had. Okay, so how I would use it in my classroom. Well, for one, I would use it because it would make it easier to show participation in class every day, which I actually had a teacher, English teacher, make us do a short write every day, so it sounds like we're engaged and engaging. So it could be used for that. And another example is that when I'm presenting a big project or something, and I have questions or I have videos, I can add that to a slide and not have to... You have to have videos, like YouTube videos or something like that, where you can add them to the video. I'm sure you can do that with PowerPoint presentations, but it would be much cooler and much easier with AHA Slides, which is something I think would be very useful in the future. Some challenges that will and or could occur in the future are that not all students have access to electronic devices or that sort of thing. So that'll be an issue. And also, the more students you have, the more likely you have to pay for it instead of using just the free service, because there's a limit to how many students you can have on it in the free one, which is just 7 students. It's not that old, and it will change in the future, so it's not a tried and true method, as the old saying goes, yet, but it will get there eventually. But that does mean it's going to have bumps in the road. The cost. This is the big one. I found that there's 2 categories for planning and paying. One is the non-educational version, and one is the educational version. The non-educational version The 4 categories are free, which is $0, essential, which is $7.95 a month, plus, which is $10.95 a month, and pro, which is $15.95 a month. Then there's the education version. It has 4 categories as well. There is free for $0. There's the small education, which is $2.95 a month. The medium education, which is $5.45 a month. And then there's the large education, which is $7.65 a month. Each category gives you more and more stuff to play with and to better your program as you use it. The more money you are paying, the more money you actually feel like you have put into it. Like, say you do the pro version of non-education. You got all these stuff that's now open to you, so you feel like you've gotten your money's worth of the program. It also is convenient because the pro version would, if you had the pro version, you would have 10,000 people able to go into your presentation. Whereas the free version, you only have 7. With the education version, there's 200 people for the large and 7 for the small. But while there are benefits, there are some big negatives. You don't know if you're going to pay for the program out of your own pocket, because there's no guarantee that the school you're working for will pay for you to use the program. So it all depends on if you're willing to pay for it or not. So yeah, that's something to put in mind. And so that was all for today, and I hope you guys loved my video, and thank you, and I enjoy hearing your comments. Bye!